Next, good morning, ma'am. Good morning, classmates.
Good morning.
Today, I will continue my discussion about behaviorism and constructivism. Behaviorism is a teacher-centered approach in which it focuses on observable learning through practice, rewards, and step-by-step instructions. Teachers use these techniques to help students master math concepts or math lessons. Understood? Yeah. And now let's proceed to constructivism. Please read, everyone.
Second and famous learning theory. The learning theory of constructivism evolved from the extensive study of cognitive by Swiss psychologist John Piaget and the Russian psychologist Lev Vygotsky. Their study of cognitive development provided the foundation for a psychological theory of constructivism. Student-centered learning theory that emphasizes active engagement, exploration, and real-world problem solving. Constructivism is basically theory based on observation and scientific study about how people learn.
Thank you. So in constructivism, it is a theory about learning that focuses on how people actively build or construct their own understanding or knowledge. Constructivism is a student-centered approach. Next is teaching mathematics intermediate grade. So in constructivism, teaching focuses on active learning where students explore, discover, and connect ideas in a real-world scenario or real-world problem solving. They relate math concepts in a real-life situation, using fractions when measuring ingredients in cooking. So in constructivism, connects and teaching mathematics to intermediate grades. For example, if the students have one loaf of bread, then paghahatian nila yun ng kanyang mga kapatid. So, by sa pag-integrate niya sa math lessons using fractions magkabay-bay na ma-equal, so magamit niya ang iyang na-learn sa math by using atong kwan. Ang iyang na-learn, ibali iyang magamit in a real life scenarios or real world problems. Understood ang constructivism? So these main theories, John Dewey. His approach emphasized that education should focus on a real world problem solving and critical thinking. He believed also that learning happens best through experiences. Students should engage in hands-on activity. Naintindihan ba kay John Dewey? Next is Jerome Bruner. He suggests that the instructor and students should engage in an active dialogue. That learning is an active process in which learners construct new ideas or concepts based upon their current or past knowledge. So this approach encourages exploration, discovery, and critical thinking rather than passive memorization. Next is John Piaget. John Piaget considered the shift theories among the cognitive constructivists who physically represent an ontological stance. He argued that people produce knowledge and form meaning based upon their experiences. Piaget's theory covered learning theories, teaching methods, and education reforms, and believed that assimilating causes an individual to incorporate new experiences into old experiences. John Piaget, his theory focuses on how children think and develop rather than what they learn. On how children think and develop. Next is Lev Vygotsky. Social constructivism learning is influenced by cultural and social interaction. He was a Russian psychologist best known for his social-cultural theory of cognitive development. So in Lev Vygotsky, he introduced the concept of CPD, which explained that students learn this when they receive help from a more knowledgeable people. He also believed that learning is shaped by cultural and social interactions. Understood? Classroom applications of constructivism. Learning theory of constructivism incorporates a learning process wherein the students gains their own conclusions through the creative aid of the teacher as a facilitator. Constructivism makes math meaningful and engaging by connecting concepts to real-life situations. It encourages students to think critically, collaborate, and explore different problem-solving strategies. So these are the application of constructivism in the classroom. Last is the conclusion. Both behaviorism and constructivism are critical for good teaching. Behaviorism is helpful for classroom management and foundational skill building, while constructivism encourage critical thinking and deeper understanding. A balanced approach which uses elements of both theories enhances students' learning and engagement. Behaviorism and constructivism are two major theories used in education. Last, behaviorism focuses on observable behavior shaped by external stimuli, while constructivism emphasizes active learning and personal experiences. So, behaviorism is teacher-centered, while the constructivism is a student-centered. Understood? Let's prepare one for for the assessment. Get one worksheet of paper, one share, fill in the following questions and write your answer in one worksheet of paper. Wait, no. That's it.